Alright, everyone, Sir Pugger just dropped. Huge YouTuber. Check him out if you want to see the original video in the description. Yeah, let's check it out. It says, it's called Jagex. Did you turn off your bot detection?
Has Jagex turned off or significantly turned down their bot detection, especially after all the false bans last month? That's what I'm hearing. At least that's what a lot of people suspect, including botters. I got a random Discord friend request followed up with a message that I worry Jagex has turned off their bot detection system. This person went on to say that they bought and have been testing the system with groups of 30 accounts doing highly botted activities, things that would get you banned quickly. They used to see 20 or more out of the 30 accounts banned in 1 to 2 days of botting these things, and the recent test batch of 30 accounts haven't been banned in 14 days. And
Dude, are you serious? First they ban everybody including bots, and now they're not even banning the bots, guys.
they've been running 24 hours per day. Now, take the bot detector plugin for example, which tweets out how many bots their system has detected been banned in the last 24 hours. It was reporting 1,000 to 6,000 bans per day up until July 3rd. In the last 5 days, between 3 to 70 bots have been banned.
2 accounts, oh my gosh. Yo, welcome, Javi.
According to their system. Maybe
Guys, they're not even banning the bots nowadays.
it has something to do with Trident allegedly being fired. And if we look at the state
Hey, that's what they wanted the anti-cheating guy to leave, man. You know?
of the wilderness, you might agree, because the botters are winning this war. The monsters in the wilderness are some of the most profitable in the game to kill with low requirements, and the whole place is overrun by bots. Literally thousands.
They might, at this point, they're probably gonna allow botting to be done, it seems. Like, sheesh.
Thousands of bots in the Revenant.
Like, he was promoted as senior anti-cheating. So there should be like a junior anti-cheating specialist that should be taking out the bots, right guys? Oh man.
Caves. There's one bot per world at every wildy boss. So let's target these because they risk a lot. Now the best way to kill them is simple. Kill them quickly. That means kill them in one hit. This is actually a super chill way of killing them too. Obviously they don't tell you to run from Darox, so you can just stand
Just don't, guys.
next to them, slowly get down to low
You should be praying range. I mean, Void Waker would work just as good, if not better.
HP and wait
It's an interesting way to take them out, though. What the?
till they aren't full HP and then pounce. The loot is usually 500k to 1 mil GP each. I started off at Artio but was too high level for a lot of the bots, so I quickly moved to Spindle 10 levels deeper into
But they will teleport if you are Scold.
the wilderness. It's probably the most satisfying activity in game for me, to one-hit bots for pretty good loot. And some of the scripts are actually worse than others. Like I found a few bots like this one where they're using melee and they're in melee gear that's actually worth a decent amount of GP. And they still try to pick up the loot during Spindle's web thing that makes you take a lot of damage if you stand on it. So you just drop some Rune 2H swords on the webs and the bots stand there and basically die themselves. I didn't even KO the bot and it still died. And that one was a nice 1 mil loot.
Oh my gosh. Or you could just bring Mage and Teleblock and Karasi. That worked just as good.
Unfortunately, a lot of these accounts have between 500 to 6,000 Spindle KC.
Whoa.
It's really sad. Unfortunately,
That guy put a freaking Ring of Life on his account. His bot, bro. What the?
if Jagex's detection system is slowing down, this is barely even a death.
86 to finish off the bot. Oh my gosh.
And if that, in these bot farms. When I saw this tip, I thought maybe there's a bug in game. Bots running to this spooky cauldron, which is right next to the staff shop in Varrock. I found them quickly in game. Some worlds have
Guys, what is... Guys, it's not Halloween. Why is there a spooky cauldron in the game, guys? We need to know when there is a spooky cauldron.
2, most have 1. I only hopped through 15 worlds and found 12 bots. They're in members worlds, not free to play. And after doing some research, you can get worthless items from the spooky cauldron that were used in the 2022 Halloween event. The items aren't even tradable on the Grand Exchange. That's why I thought maybe someone found a bug.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, they're 1 GP, but they're not tradable. in the Grand Exchange, but the price checker says 1 GP each.
Or something like, why would someone bought this? I had a theory though, and we'll get into it right after this. Call of Dragons is an MMO fantasy conquest game developed by the creators of Rise of Kingdom.
Dude, I swear, like the same sponsor like sponsors the different YouTubers, and it changes every 6 months or something, bro. It's for reals.
And alliances can now designate a Beastmaster, a specially appointed officer whose sharp reflexes and careful handling of behemoths will be the key to victory on the battlefield. In large-scale warfare, behemoths are an indispensable secret weapon. They can also turn alliance battles into epic showdowns. Call of Dragons features real 3D terrain that can be a deciding factor in battle. Ancient giant bears roam the frozen mountains of northern Tamaris. In a realm of amazing fantasy creatures, behemoths tower above the rest. Zoom seamlessly in and out of a massive map filled with wondrous creatures. Now, different training styles can have vastly different effects, even on the same behemoth type, and you have to train them well because when you're facing other behemoths...
It's a bearded dragon. Isn't that a type of lizard, guys?
Behemoths, it's a fight to the death. Beating a behemoth doesn't just mean huge rewards. A defeated behemoth will join your alliance and fight alongside you, becoming your secret weapon in battle against other alliances. Even though behemoths are a terrifying weapon of war, to your alliance, they're much loved companions.
Oh, for a second there, I thought that dragon had arms, but no. The character was petting the dragon. The character is petting the dragon.
You can name your behemoths and work together with your allies to train them. 8 different types of behemoth await you, each with their own unique GVE, Guild versus Environment combat instances, offering an unforgettable experience.
Guys, we have never heard about GVE. What? He said GVE, Guild versus Environment. Interesting.
So, use my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to download Call of Dragons. Use the code CODMONSTER for in-game rewards. My theory was this: maybe these bots are trying to collect something to sell to, well, collectors. So I joined the RS Burnt Discord, which is a Discord dedicated to the collector community within RuneScape. I'll link them down below. And I learned a lot more than I was expecting. These items from the spooky cauldron originally were sold on the collector's market for 500 to 1000 GP each in the collector community. But since the bots have been farming it, the price has dropped down to 50 to 200 GP each. Clearly high enough still for a botter to want to farm it and try to sell it in bulk to collectors. So that's what this bot farm is for. A botter
Bro. What the?
is trying to pass off
Hold on, we gotta take this as a screenshot, man. This is a cool screenshot for real. For the thumbnail.
huge stacks of these non-GE items to collectors. And the
Wait, so 50 GP each? That'd be 50 million. Or 200 GP, 200 million.
players who run the
Still not worth it unless you want to just flex it off, but I'd rather invest in PVM items, man.
RS Burnt Discord told me it's actually a much bigger problem. Botters have figured out that if they set up a quick bot farm for items that can't be traded on the Grand Exchange, they can try to sell them to the collector community for a lot. I was actually sent some examples. A suspected botter tried to sell over 1 million of the random useless potions from the apothecary in Varrock for 1.5k each. That would be about 1.5 billion GP. It must have taken ages for a massive bot farm to get 1 million of these potions. You can't get them that quickly at all. In fact, you only have a 50% chance of receiving it after you click through a bunch of dialogue with the apothecary. There's countless other examples
Oh my gosh, 50% chance.
as well, from newspapers to Rotten Tomatoes.
Guys, this is why RuneScape is dead. A bot beats out every activity you could do to make money. Every activity. Except like high level PVM. It's just the only thing that can't be botted. But I'm sure TOA is like one of the only things that are unable to be botted, and it will be botted soon.
In the duel arena, which by the way you can buy incredibly quickly and can go for upwards of 100 GP on the collector's market, but sometimes closer to 10 GP since you can buy them so quickly. Even the different kinds of hand eggs that you can buy in Draenor Village are on the collector's market, and people have been caught botting it to try to pass off to the collectors. The leaders of the Discord do their best to identify the botters, report them, and keep their items off the collectible item marketplace. And so far they've been pretty successful. And the collector community sent me over 40 usernames of bots botting the spooky cauldron. It's not a small farm. The RuneScape community never ceases to amaze me with the kind of crazy markets and cheating that pop off. I mean, burnt ogre bones can go for 15k each. That would be like 5 to 10 mil per hour. Something chaotic is
Burnt ogre bones. Something chaotic is going on with this level 3 robe army.
going on with level 3 red robe army. Is
What
the
the-
tip-off I was just sent, along with 2 more, about the same farm. Let's head to Al-Kharid in World 310. And there's gotta be 30 to 40 bots here with
Butter's being shameless. Are they typing things in the chat as well, man? Oh my gosh.
red Halloween masks and a full red outfit. Not just that, they're talking, saying insane things. Like, I am a turkey, kill me. The clock is ticking, there's no turning back. We chose this, go home. Move faster, or I will tell master. Your time is running out. We live a hard life. The moderators have weird parties. It would be kind of creepy, except it's
Dude.
clearly a troll. And they seem
Bro, it's just interesting. I don't know what to say here, guys.
to just be tanning hides, a classic bot farm. But given the matching outfits and that all of the bots are on the same world, I think
There's no way that's one person gonna be doing this, guys.
it's actually for attention. Eventually I just left it recording to get some B-roll and was AFK. Then, while I was AFK, an account appeared right next to me and said good evening. I didn't even notice. So I think to get my attention, all of a sudden, all of the bots disappeared. Clearly this person controls the farm. And when I said hi, they said that the bots are all run on printers.
What
He
the-
wanted to chat, so I added him on Discord and asked for him to send me footage of his 3D printer bot farm. He also told me that, as I guessed, this was just all a troll and isn't actually any protest or anything like that. And then he ghosted me and didn't send me any footage. Okay, someone made
Yeah, he was trolling. They're not run on printers, bro. I don't think they're run on printers. That'd
a chat
be funny though.
GPT therapy
I don't know what happened right there. Like, just refreshed.
bot for RuneScape that cosplays as Dr. Phil. I had to censor out a lot of stuff, so this is a very small subset of the video.
Tell me more about your thoughts.
I have no thoughts.
Why are you feeling empty?
Childhood trauma.
Tell me more about your childhood trauma. What do you mean by that?
This is DefaBot. Therapy bot LMAO.
And how does that make you feel?
My grandma likes it when I post my IP address online.
That might not be the safest idea. What else do you need support with?
This
No.
bussy.
Oh my gosh. What has RuneScape become, man? Oh gosh.
My boobies.
I got a tip that there was a bot hiding under an NPC in Varrock. So I went to this specific world, and sure enough, you can't tell that there's a player under this NPC. They're completely hidden, basically. The only indication is on the mini-map where the white dot appears above the yellow dot, but even that's kind of obscured by the icon over it. Looking at the equipment of the player, it seems like they're probably alking, and looking at the stats, they have no stats except 12 hit points and a virtual 109 level in magic. That's
Oh my gosh, bro. Definitely alking something, guys. That's one way to hide. He's hidden in plain sight.
36 million XP. I'm not even saying this person's a bot, because I didn't find any other bots in this specific spot, but it certainly appears that way. And it would make sense why the bot's trying to hide, it just doesn't want to be reported. But let me know what you think in the comments. Is it a bot or not? Actually, if it helps with your decision, I'm convinced by the way, but if it helps with your decision, a day later, the account is still there, and drumroll please, it has gained 1 million magic XP. One
Guys, that is 20 hours of alking.
day later. It's actually been 21 hours since I recorded that. Shout out to the person who sent in the tip, Vizalis. Forestry was just released last week, and I already made a video about how bots are exploiting it a day after release. A week later, it's a lot worse than we originally expected.
What the-
I found about 600 bots on day 2. Lots of tips said hundreds of bots were popping up in different areas now than I
Dude.
originally found. Here's Camelot.
That is way too much. Oh my gosh.
Near the Bank and Sears village. a stream of hundreds of forestry bots running to the Roots event spawn. I checked it out, and every world there's 3 to 10 bots at the maple and willow trees behind the bank. That, of course, hop to the Roots event world whenever it spawns for one group of bots. They all work together. Some are on the high scores with between 60 to 70 woodcutting. And to get a true scale size of this farm, listen to this. Someone commented that they were at Sears Bank for 2 hours, and over that time got 7,000 uploaded players via the bot detector plugin. There's a setting on the plugin to upload all players you come into contact with to the plugin's database. So
Jeez, bro. 7,000 bots, bro. Now we know why the player base, like the players online, is so much right now. For sure.
that they can try to detect if the players you ran into were bots. 7,000 in 2 hours. Let's assume half of those are real players, which is probably a gross overestimate. Probably less than 1,000 are real players. We're talking about 3,500 to 6,000 forestry bots just in one location. And not the location I was originally catching them in. The Camelot Forestry Farm could be making 1 to 3 billion GP per hour. At the time of making this video though, I can't find any forestry bots, so maybe Jagex has wiped them all out for the time being, or maybe they're hiding in corners of the game.
They're just casually walking, like, it's like, you know, the ants? Like the ants, like an ant farm, bro. That's what it looks like, bro. Millions of them, bro.
Like on the video, and go check out my recent video about bounty hunter bots. It's one of my favorites.
Check out Sir Pugger in the description. Thank you guys for watching. If you watch my reaction videos, you're awesome. And maybe comment below, tell me, you know, your thoughts on my reactions, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out, everyone.